maintained, and it organically publishes relevant content for your niche, like these example posts you're seeing on the screen. And this video is a short tutorial, but honestly, if you want the TLDR, just grab the blueprint file in the link by the video description. And if you go to make.com and hit these three dots at the bottom, hit import blueprint, and then choose that file, save. That should load the automation for you without you even needing to set it up. But if you're new to make.com, then watch ahead, because there's a lot of useful information around just learning how to set up something like this for your own use case. So, how does it work? It's very simple. We start with a Google Sheet as an input, which you can see here is quite simple. You have two columns, a link to the news articles that you want to make a post about, and an optional column with regard to your notes on that article. And this is going to basically allow you to share your tone of voice and your key insight with regard to this news article. The workflow watches that Google Sheet. We have this bit.ly module, which basically shortens the link so that you can include it in your posts. We have Perplexity AI, which is a tool that will allow us to parse the news within that article, within that link, and summarize the information within it. It then passes it along to our individual ChatGPT agents. And if you open each of these up, you can see that it basically has a task to create a tweet, has a task to create a Facebook post, and so on and so forth. So it's very simple. Watches the Google Sheet, shortens a link, summarizes that article, and then passes it along to our ChatGPT agents so that the posts are individualized for each social media channel here. And in case you don't need any of these social media channels, you can simply just do a right click and disable any of those routes that you don't need. And that would just allow you to, let's say, post only on Twitter if you want. So how do we set it up? And we've configured this so that you can just load it and go. It is very simple. There are only 3 steps, with a quick step 0, I would say, of creating a make.com account. So this is very simple. Just go to make.com, click on Get Started Free, and you can even do a Google single sign-on, and it will make it so much easier for you to log in. If you go to pricing, it's actually very good because they have a free tier, and they provide us like 1,000 scenario runs a month, which is already very generous, and is actually more than enough for a lot of use cases. Now, as we go to step 1, it's also very easy. I already illustrated this before, but just go to the link in the video description. Download that file, go to this More tab, hit Import Blueprint, choose that file, and then save it, and it should give you this workflow automatically. So that's done. Step 2 is now setting up the module connections. So if this is your first time using make.com, you will have to set up the modules once, which is basically just connecting these modules to your accounts, so that Make knows what account to use for Twitter, for LinkedIn, for Facebook, which is an essential step. But it's very simple, to be honest. So I'll just go through each and highlight the key points. So if you click on Google Sheets, it will basically allow you to add a connection. And if you just signed in with Google and follow the steps, it will directly link you to your Google Drive, where you could just point to the spreadsheet, which has the template. And also, this template is also available in that link by the video description. What you can just do is hit on File and click Make a Copy, and that should give you the template in your Google Drive, which you can just point to this particular spreadsheet. It is very intuitive, so if I click on this, for example, it gives you the Google Drive folders that you have, and you just point to that Google Sheet. Bitly is even simpler. What you just need to do is to add a connection. And if you go through these steps, it will actually get you to a sign up page, so you can sign up to Bitly here. And this will be very easy for you to set up. So just go ahead and click Allow. Then next is Perplexity. So Perplexity is also an easy step, I would say. So if you click on Add a Connection, it will ask for your API key. So we have it also available on where to find it in the link in the video description. But just to show where it is, if you go to Perplexity AI and sign up for an account, essentially you just go to, again, this is in the link in the description, go to API, and here you can find the API key, which you can just copy. A side note, though, is that you do need some credits to do that. But honestly, if you just load like $2 to it or $2, that will be more than enough for most use cases. So you would get the API key there, just add it here, and put in that API key, and you should be all set. Now, the second to the last one to set up is ChatGPT, and in the same way, it also has the API key that you would need. And what is good about Make is that it actually gives you a tooltip here on where to find it. So just to show where that is, here is that API key. So essentially, you just create a new secret key, give a name to it, like test, and then create. And then there you go. This is the API key that you would copy, and you just paste it over here. And your organization IV, you just get it from this link once again, very simple. And you can see when you sign up, you would have it here, which is a string or text starting with or hyphen, etc. So if you hit save there, then that would say your OpenAI connection. And that's it. That's what you need to set up. We have all the prompt save up here, so you don't need to worry about that. And once you set up that module connection, then these should all be ready to go. Now for these social media links, essentially set up what you need if you need to post on all four. Just go through the steps to, again, add them. I have the link in the description on where you can get these client IDs and client secrets for Twitter. Very simple. LinkedIn is even simpler. It gives you actually a pop-up that is basically just going to ask you to log in, and that should allow you to connect it directly. Facebook, also simple. Again, it will provide you a pop-up, make you log in, and give you that option to connect to a given Facebook page. Instagram, if you notice, there is a slight extra module here, and this one is just about making an image. So essentially, what the first module agent does is that it will create an Instagram post based on the summary that we got thanks to Perplexity. It will pass on that post to DALL-E, which is the image generation tool of OpenAI. And this is a simple prompt which asks to generate a photorealistic image about that particular summary, and then post that image and that caption into your Instagram, which again is quite simple to set up. It will provide you a pop-up, and it will ask you to connect to your Instagram account. So that's it. The last step is just to schedule it. So if you go here at the bottom, schedule it every, let's say, every hour if you want. And what that will do is it will run the workflow, watch for new rows that you add in that Google Sheet, and it will pass that along to post in your different social media accounts. So if I hit on, that would actually do that automation every hour. So just to demonstrate, let's try running it once. There you go. Very quickly, it passes it on to Perplexity to create that summary. Now our agent is creating a tweet, posted it, created a Facebook post, posted it, creating an IG post, making an image, and it posts it on Instagram. Finally, creates a post on LinkedIn and posts it on LinkedIn as well. So if I go to my account, You can see, as an example, that it just posted it a few seconds ago. And that on Instagram, the image that it generated is here. And this is the Instagram post. That's it. That's the flow. And basically, as you read articles, or if you want to preload several articles, you can just do that here en masse, and this will pick it up every hour, which is amazing how quickly you can set that up. Within something like 10 to 15 minutes, you have this AI system that will post to your social media platforms on your behalf every time. So if you like this content, please like and subscribe to the channel. It helps us a lot. And stay tuned, because our ambition in RoboNuggets is to make it the biggest and useful resource on how to make AI work for you. So more useful stuff is coming soon. See ya.